Hello, everybody. This is Pete from PA Labs. And as an extension to the hooking up help video, what I want to do is show you how to go about hooking up the F1 key as help to a specific page. Now, you can do this throughout your entire application, and every single page and window you can tie the F1 help back to a specific page in your help document. But uh, personally, I have found that okay, that's great for a company that's producing products. It's almost required for a company producing products. But as an individual developer, that creates a maintenance nightmare. From experience, I have learned that. Without thinking, you change the names on your help pages, and forget to go back to the code, then all of a sudden stuff doesn't link up, and it's a lot of code that gives you little return. I've found that just hooking up the menu to help is fine. Maybe the front page hooking up F1 to the main page of the app or something. That's fine. And honestly, it's not terribly difficult. It's just kind of a pain. So what we'll do initially, as with just about everything in PureBasic, it kind of starts with an enumerator in some fashion. So I like to name my F1 help variables as F1 help, and then what is it? So if I jump back over here, let's go ahead and shrink that down. So we have getting started. We have an about support. Okay, so let's come over here and let's say about. All right. So you could actually come in and say F1 help main. I don't know if you want to put FRM main or whatever, and for every one of your fields, and that's fine. Just create all the enumerators. It's just a number. And then what we got to do is scroll on down here a ways. I like to do it. I mean, you can pretty much do it, I think, anywhere. I don't think there's a requirement. Somewhere, probably before you get to your main screen. Matter of fact, I'll put it directly in front. How about that? We'll see if this flies. So what we're going to do is add a keyboard shortcut, and you've got to identify the window that that's on. So FRM main. So this is a key, whoops, DOW, sorry. So these are keyboard shortcuts are specific to a page, and then pound PB shortcut, and here is where you can identify what that is. And if we scroll down, there's a shortcut F1. You can actually shortcut to literally any key basically in your system, and actually it handles multiple keys like Shift or Control and Alt and all of that stuff. And then what we're going to do is assign that keystroke to our F1 help about. Okay. So I believe that is the entire sentence. Let's see. Yes, that's the entire sentence. Okay. So now we've got a keyboard shortcut for the main page. You hit F1 and he wants to execute this, okay? Now, the question may be whether this has to be after the window has been loaded or whether we can do it before. And to be honest, I don't know. We're going to find out. Okay, so then down here, what we're going to do in menus, we now have our menu help index. Let's come down here and say, okay, whoops, what did I do? Looks like I hit a dumb key. Okay, so we'll come in here and say case F1 help about, and I'm going to cheat. I'm going to copy that whole block of code, come down here, and the page I want would be called about. 99% sure. So easy to test. Everything's already hooked in. So we have a help path. We have the name of our CHM, the CHM. Okay, so it's freaking out that the window is not initialized. So I had a feeling that that was going to be. So what we can do is just take this down here and paste it in down here. That way it gets instantiated after the window's created, which makes sense. I mean, it was kind of silly of me, but that's okay. You live and learn. Okay, so we open up, we get to our main page, and I'm going to hit F1. And look at that, we have the About box. Pretty slick, actually. Now, you can use this for other things, like when you want to know when somebody hits enter. But remember that the keyboard shortcut is tied to the window. So that event is going to fire every single time. Let's go look at the help. I believe this event would fire every single time they hit enter on the whole page, which may or may not be what you really want. Yeah, see, this is the event number that gets called. So if, let's say you wanted to trap a enter key, so when they hit enter, you want it to go to the next field or something. So you would have to interrogate the active control. If you want to track enter when they hit enter on some control or whatever special key, then you can do it that way. And it's kind of weird because you have to go in and say, okay, is this the active control that that is active right now? And if they hit enter, then just go to the next one or something, make active this control. But that gets to be pretty code intensive. It wouldn't be bad like on a login screen. If you're building a login screen to your application, maybe you're building a diary or something, and they hit enter. You jump from the username to password. When they hit enter on the password, it attempts to place the ID and password, and so they don't have to keep going back and forth between keyboard and mouse. That kind of thing, that works quite well. I can't see it on a major application, but I wanted to show you how you go about hooking up the F1 help on any screen throughout your whole app. And it ties very much back to the other video. And that's it. So I want to thank you all for listening. Bye.